here in Brazil, perhaps in my question, I will go back a step because we are in a region where this topic, despite being much discussed for years, is something new due to the cases that are occurring in wild birds. So theoretically, we discussed this a lot, but in practice, we don't know how this will in fact occur if we want to have some outbreak someday. And one of the things that most worries people here currently is the spreading of this virus in different regions. So if you look for other experiences around the world, what are the main ways of spreading the avian influenza virus in a region?
It heavily depends in which area you are. At the source, let's say the natural source are the wild birds. So migratory birds, and they can bring it, transport it 4 or 5 kilometers a day. So they are the connecting parts between different parts of Asia, Africa, US, etc. They are the long distance spreaders. Also locally, the water-related birds can be the main source of spreading it further into the country, into more bird species. So this is basically all for countries which are not endemically yet infected, because you also have areas where it got into the poultry industry and it started to spread from farm to farm. There are some, if you have it in a very dense area, then in the next poultry house is 50 meters away. You don't need wild birds to spread it. So there are areas in which the spreading between by poultry is more important than the wild birds. It really depends on which phase of the infection or which phase of the outbreak in your country you are. Let's say for Brazil, at the moment, it will be wild birds, the migratory birds first, and then the local birds can do the second step. And hopefully you will never get it in your poultry in such a way that it will spread from farm to farm. Because we have seen, for example, in the dense areas in France and Italy, in the Middle East, I think the whole group has a lot of experience in which it can also spread from farm to farm.
Great. And in this context, what is the degree of importance of people carrying the virus from one point to another?
Well, look, theoretically, you can infect a human, and then he or she can go to a farm and rub in his eye and then get it and infect a chicken. I think this way of spreading is exceptional. I doubt if, it might happen theoretically, but let's say with the real of the human, him or herself, and with good biosecurity, this role will be very low. But if you don't wash everything or shower, new clothes, new boots, etc., and you are, you can have features from a duck or geese or an infected chicken on your hands, your boots, your clothes, everything. So humans can spread it, but with good biosecurity, it will be a low factor.
Great.